Bazinga punks, and welcome back with more of the Big Bang Theory. This is season 6, episode 23. Last time we had Sheldon and Leonard meet their boyhood idol, Professor Proton. His life was actually really sad, getting ignored by the scientific community for teaching kids about science. Man, did they not have good science teachers who inspired them at some point when they were young? Like, geez. And Sheldon did go a little overboard with Professor Proton, but it was entertaining to watch. This episode, though, is called The Love Spell Potential. What is that about? And given Howard and Bernie and Leonard and Penny are in long-term committed loving relationships, I'm guessing it's either about Raj and Lucy or Sheldon and Amy in some sort of magical setting, because love spells don't exist in real life. Let's see what we're in for, though. This is the penultimate episode of the season, so this episode and the next one should be bangers. Full reactions on Patreon, leave a like, and let's get started.
Vegas, here we come.
Vegas.
No husbands, no boyfriends, no rules.
No
Girls
rules.
trip.
We're not gonna get drunk and have a six-way with the Blue Man Group, are we?
No.
No.
So there are some rules.
No husbands, no boyfriends, some rules.
Would you
Thank
like
you.
to have a six-way
Yes!
with the Blue Man Group?
The ladies are away, the boys will play.
Anything can happen. It's gonna get crazy.
Dungeons and Dragons!
Dungeons and Dragons.
Got a
Aw,
brand new
awesome.
bikini.
I got some old underwear I'm gonna throw on stage at the Garth Brooks concert.
Okay.
I've got a brand new 7-piece set of polyhedral dice. Hello, new dice smell.
Does it just smell like plastic? I don't know.
I had a sensible salad for lunch so I can eat all the pizza I want.
Sure, that's how it
Are we gonna
works.
sit around chatting like a bunch of teenage girls, or are we gonna play D&D like a bunch of teenage boys who are never gonna have sex with those teenage girls?
He does kind of have the Will Byers
Vegas,
haircut.
Vegas.
I'm actually glad Lucy had to work tonight. Save me the awkward conversation about how I was gonna be hanging with my bros.
Isn't every conversation you two have awkward?
Painfully so. We had this
Aw.
rule on the phone that if no one talks for 3 minutes, you can just hang up.
That's so
So
sad.
into her.
I'm not sure how I feel about Howard being dungeon master instead of you.
Sometimes change is good. You were worried about Zachary Quinto being the new Spock, but you wound up liking him.
Oh,
You did?
please. Every time the topic of change comes up, you throw Zachary Quinto in my face. I'm upset that daylight saving time started. Zachary Quinto. I'm upset daylight saving time ended. Zachary Quinto. I'm saying this for the last
You're
time.
too upset
Zachary
about
Quinto
change in the
was
first
a
place.
Weird, wonderful, unrepeatable event. So stop using him against me.
Giant oak tree with a face on it. That looks a lot like Nicolas Cage.
What?
He says, travel with caution.
Oh my god.
These woods are home to the bones of many a fallen hero.
Wow. That's
See,
hilarious.
Howard's just as good a dungeon master as I am.
As good. Well, you just got pantsed in the schoolyard, Four Eyes.
Ooh.
Oh, Lucy's free after all. See ya.
A spectral shape rises from Kuthrapali's bloody corpse and says, "Don't worry, buddies.
Oh my god.
Ghost Raj
Oh my
will
God.
help guide you through the forest."
Oh, they're
Just a
enjoying this.
tree, but
Go on, give him your lunch money.
You don't have to put him down to lift Howard up.
Can I tell you something? I was so nervous about seeing you. Before I left my apartment, I put roll-on antiperspirant all over my body.
All over?
Really?
I've been trying to force myself to do things that make me scared.
What else have you been thinking about doing?
I'd love to be
Six
able to
ways
tell a lady
with
who cuts
Blue
my
Man Group.
hair that I don't like bangs.
Oh no.
I like your bangs.
Oh, thanks. I like them too.
No, you don't. Lucy! Oh my god.
It's kind of a tie between sending food back in a restaurant and saying no to those kids who sell magazines door to door.
Did you
Those
used
are
to
both
say yes
toughies.
to all of
I
them?
know. I have a 2-year subscription to Guns and Ammo.
Oh my god. He's really good at that.
Hey, I always did sound effects. A swarm of bloodthirsty bats fly through the dungeon.
Okay, well, I have a sound effect for those sound effects.
Guess who?
What?
Back.
That's an excellent question. Amy?
TSA agent got a little handsy.
Ooh.
I may have broken her nose with my elbow.
Jeez.
Long story short, she's on the no-fly list and we might have been followed here by a drone.
Drone.
You lost money, you're filled with shame, and you got groped by a stranger. I mean, that's Vegas. You nailed it.
I didn't get
You guys
groped by a
enjoy your
stranger in
evening.
Vegas.
I'm gonna go before I ruin anybody else's weekend.
No.
That's my girl.
Sheldon!
It's not the night you had in mind.
She
but
wanted to play
let's
Dungeons
stay
and
up
Dragons
late.
once,
That's
right?
fun.
I think
okay,
she's
3
mentioned
weeks ago
that.
you bought crunchy peanut butter, but now you want the girls to play D&D. Do you have a drug problem?
What's the big
Zachary
deal?
Quinto.
I failed, so-
Just never played Dungeons and Dragons with girls before.
Oh, don't worry, sweetie. No one has.
Oh, that was so mean.
What do you say?
What about Critical Role?
Satanic fungus that looks suspiciously like Al Pacino rises from the
Oh my God.
forest floor. You're playing D&D. You're playing D&D. This whole apartment is playing D&D.
His impressions are pretty great.
Who wants a drink?
Get with that, Penny. We don't consume alcohol during Dungeons and Dragons.
We do
it
now.
impairs our judgment.
Oh, this isn't alcohol. It's a magic potion that makes me like you.
Double potion, please.
Double potion.
Okay, here we go. What are you doing in our dungeon? You
They're both enraptured.
Okay, literal goosebumps. Look.
What do?
I draw my broadsword.
I ready my quarterstaff.
I drink my potion.
I see
You
we
wasted
have
your
the big
turn on
one.
that.
15 or higher.
15's the point. The point is 15. Give the little lady some room. Here it is, coming out.
You're playing craps now?
16! Please tell me we're playing for money.
Oh, even better than money. You gained experience points.
Yay.
More potion, please.
Yeah.
How are your crab cakes?
Kind of funky.
That's great.
It is?
Why?
Does funky mean something different in India?
No, you've always wanted to send your food back at a restaurant. Here's your chance.
Oh.
It's okay. I just won't eat them.
Isn't there something else you wanted to tell him?
No, it's fine. He's from a different country. He doesn't understand our ways.
Ouch.
Don't be silly, just tell him.
I have to go to the bathroom. And it's not because the crab cakes are funky.
Is go to the bathroom
Yeah, sorry.
code for
He's
running
just a
away?
little shy.
Barbed wire on the other side of this one, though. Are you stuck? You can't get back in, can you?
Here, Raj. Funny story.
Calling him for help after you bailed?
Mama wants to bury dead ogres.
17, the larger ogre is dead! You killed my brother. Now Ogre Thanksgiving is ruined.
Ogre Thanksgiving.
19! This is turning out to be even better than Vegas.
Sure.
Why would you leave like that?
You were pushing me. I clearly didn't want to send my food back, and you tried to make me do it anyway.
Okay,
Yeah.
if I upset you, then why didn't you just say something?
Because
How can I tell you I'm upset if I can't tell the woman at Supercuts that my forehead's my best feature? It's scary.
I like you a lot, and that's scary for me. Mostly because you're a proven flight risk.
How could you like me a lot?
For one thing, you have bigger emotional problems than I do, and I find that very attractive in a woman. I think you're wonderful.
that's sweet. Are we're quick kissing through this? Okay.
I'm sweating out of my head.
This is the most awkward kiss ever.
The dragon. He crawls out, spreads
Ooh.
his wings, and prepares to attack.
Wait. Doesn't he say something first? You know, maybe in the voice of a beloved celebrity?
He really likes those impressions.
You'd think, after all these years,
Christopher Walken.
I'd know not to fly over volcanoes.
Here we go.
Roll a 1.
15?
It's a hit. The
That's a
dragon
hit.
collapses to the ground.
And says...
Mother, is that you?
Oh my god.
When we get home, I'm gonna take you on a whole different adventure.
Another quest by Wallowitz. Count me in.
Are we having a
Sheldon,
6
they're
right
talking
now?
about sex.
I cast a love spell on Sheldon and Amy.
Sorry, I thought you were gonna.
Nice try, Leonard.
When Sheldon looks at Amy, she is the most beautiful half-orc he's ever seen.
Half-orc?
And he's over... What do?
I don't like this.
Crap.
You see what happens when you let girls play D&D?
Oh, Amy.
Amy. Amy.
What?
Her what was so soft, even though she's
Never knocked on
upset.
my own door before.
You don't have to come in here and cheer me up.
No, he
Thank
came in here for
you.
sex. What?
But you could tell everyone else that because they sure think otherwise.
They think our relationship is a joke.
Well, I don't think our relationship is a joke. I think a horse goes into a bar, bartender says, "Why the long face?" That's a joke.
Are we ever going to have an intimate relationship?
Oh
You
my.
can.
That's an uncomfortable topic.
You don't need sex to
Amy.
have intimacy.
Before I met you, I never had any interest in being intimate with anyone.
And now?
Still no.
And now what? I have not ruled it out.
Wow. Talk dirty to me.
I know it doesn't seem like it to you, but for me, what we have is extremely intimate.
There you go. Yeah.
I attempt to remove your leather armor.
Attempt. Roll.
It comes off.
Oh.
Oh.
What do? I kiss you back on the lips as well.
Okay. Rolling in
Your
case he
turn.
missed. Nose. Whoopsies.
I
Erotically caress your
Eyes.
nose.
keep rolling.
Okay, we just want to say we feel really
Go
bad
away.
about.
Sheldon is nibbling on my 14. Yes.
Oh my. Nibbling on my what? I do have a bar joke that's pretty funny. Stolen from the Uncharted 4 game. A pirate walks into a bar with a wheel attached to his crotch. And yeah, the bartender is very confused by this and asks him, "What's the deal with that?" He says, "Arr, it's driving me nuts." Yeah, okay. This was such a great episode. The girls were excited to head to Vegas, the guys were so excited to have a boys' night and play D&D together, and D&D night was definitely awesome. First time Howard has been a dungeon master and everybody was really enjoying his take. I don't know why it never occurred to me that he has the same haircut as Will Byers, and it's also a group of 4 boys to start the show, and then they added Penny. No superpowers there though. But Howard was great. Even Sheldon, who was initially very hesitant to give him a chance because he hates change, wound up loving him. Leonard apparently has continually brought up the fact that Sheldon really grew to like Zachary Quinto as Spock to convince Sheldon to try new things. So I wonder if Sheldon regretted returning that Spock cardboard cutout he got because it wasn't Leonard Nimoy. But now Leonard can point to giving Howard a chance as a positive example in the future when it comes to changing things. Though Sheldon also just did keep putting down Leonard's Dungeon Master skills to build up Howard's. Ouch. But yeah, the impersonations Howard had in his back pocket were great. I don't know that I would have clocked Howard as having great impressions, since I've always thought his Raj impressions were so over the top, but I forgot to take into account that they're over the top on purpose. And I mean, his impressions of the actors are over the top as well, but it works. He had the Nicolas Cage tree, an Al Pacino fungus, seems like a fun guy, and Christopher Walken dragon, all really, really great. And yeah, the girls joining D&D was fantastic. It would have been fun to see the girls in Vegas too, but we can always loop back to that again later. And I believe Amy showed interest in D&D at some point and Sheldon shut her down, so I'm glad she got to play this time. The only reason the girls came back though was because somebody got a little handsy at TSA and Amy clocked them in the nose with her elbow. Okay, I do have an embarrassing story to tell about TSA. It's not embarrassing for me though, it's embarrassing for my mom, but heck, she's not gonna watch this video anyway, right? So yeah, we were going through TSA somewhere, I forget exactly where, and we were getting patted down. The TSA agent grabbed something along my mom's waist and asked her what it was, and my mom had to tell them it's my fat. They grabbed her loved handles. Oh, it's fat shaming, I say. This is fat shaming. And I do have another TSA story that's actually way better, but I'll save that for its own video at some point in the future. Sheldon was reluctant to let the girls in on D&D, saying he's never played D&D with girls before, and Penny's reply was brilliant. "Don't worry, honey, no one has." Technically, not factual, but ouch, what a burn. Not that he took it as one, probably. Raj, though, skipping out on D&D because Lucy became available. I'm generally not a fan of people who just drop plans with everybody else because their partner has availability, especially since he was in the middle of those plans, but I'm not going to hold it against Raj too much because being in a relationship, it never happens to him. This is like the first real relationship he's had. He's excited, and I'm sure his friends understand on some level as well. I feel like both Raj and Lucy are a little too amorphous and they're too eager to please. Raj says that he's happy that Lucy's available, not that his happiness is dependent on her, unless she's into that, because then he's super needy. I understand where Raj is coming from here, though. Like, he's never been in a relationship. He's never felt loved by a partner. So there's a part of him that thinks he's undeserving of love. There's something wrong with him. So he thinks that there's a perfect way to act. There's a perfect thing to say. And if he can just do the right thing, maybe somebody will love him. And I get that. It's heartbreaking. And I do hope, though, that this relationship can continue to reinforce the idea that he should be himself, become a better version of yourself, sure, but he doesn't need to fundamentally change who he is as a person. And I thought we started that last time when Lucy said he was feminine and he learned that it was actually a good thing in the right context. So it's definitely a good idea to find people who will appreciate you for you, not somebody that you have to change your entire personality for. Lucy, on the other hand, though, is so anxious. She hates her bangs. Raj says she likes them, and she immediately changes her tune and says she likes them too. There was real enjoy your meal, thanks you too energy right there. And we haven't spent enough time with Lucy to know what her issues are rooted in. And when Raj pushes her to return a dish she isn't a fan of, he pushes her a little too hard and she runs away again, escapes out the bathroom window, and has to immediately phone Raj for help because she was trapped in there. And yeah, they had a heart-to-heart. Raj says he likes her partially because she has more emotional problems than he does, and he finds that very attractive. Oh no. I mean, I assume they both want to get better, so does that mean that he'll be less attracted to her if she becomes less anxious? Like, he clearly likes her for very many other reasons as well, at least I hope he does, but it's funny and also very sad that he likes her because she's more damaged than he is. But yeah, very entertaining first kiss through the holes in that fence, and yeah, I hope this relationship will help them both grow more. But circling back to D&D, the suggestion that Amy and Sheldon's character have sex in the game really got to Amy. I think, like, everybody had been drinking, they weren't trying to be hurtful, but it was insensitive, but it did lead to some really sweet moments with Sheldon. I am generally a fan of the idea that there are many types of intimacy, and I do think our society focuses a lot more on sex as intimacy than anything else, and Sheldon saying that what they have now is extremely intimate for him, it's really, really sweet. And then he actually finishes playing out that part of the D&D campaign in his bedroom. That got raunchy, and yeah, his and Amy's relationship is slowly evolving, and looking forward to seeing where it goes in the next few seasons. Alright, thanks for watching, folks. Full reactions on Patreon in the link in the description below. Leave a like, really helps out the channel, and I'll see you guys next time with more. Bye, friends.